We will prevail.
Hello everyone, this is Neronium. Welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And it's about time we finish up the flashback tapes. So, last time we ended up finishing up Crash with Cortex the First's flashback levels, and now on to the even harder flashback levels with Perameles Coco. Yep, that's Coco's full name. Perameles Coco, otherwise known as Coco.
Begin experiment log. New subject. Codename Coco.
So yes, Coco's levels start out like Crash's, pretty simple, and then, oh my god, you can notice based on how long this episode is in general. And that's because of a certain type of crate that's added in. Like, these aren't hard if you're just going after the just trying to get the costumes and just trying to complete it. But if you are trying to go out of your way to get the platinum, like I'm doing, then oh boy. Oh boy.
If that rapscallion brother of yours hadn't escaped, you wouldn't be all alone. Crash is the real villain here.
Aw, sadness. But this is where it implies that Crash and Coco are brother and sister. So, hey, at least it connects together. And plus also it's playing the Crash Bandicoot 2 Warp Room theme, my favorite theme of the Warp Rooms. I love the Crash Bandicoot 2 Warp Room theme, and at this point I can finally say, like, hey, I actually have the Crash Bandicoot 1 review done. And I do have the Crash Bandicoot 2 review done as of the time of this recording as well, but it's not getting released for a while. I still need to finish the Crash 3 review, and then I get to do Crash 4. Wrath the Cortex comes at a later date. Because I don't want to go through in 106% that one again. And yeah, it looks like Cortex is a little bit upset. I mean, don't blame him. He developed a fatherly bond towards Crash. Remember that. Doot, 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 doot. Oh no. And yeah, 15 minutes. Because these crates suck. And that's not even the worst of it. Coco's are ones that I didn't necessarily reset on unless it had messed with the audio message, except there is one audio message that gets cut off because by the time of that I was done. Just done. And one thing I should mention is that the stuff for these flashback tapes are just nuts in the type of like lore and everything that they provide. But there we go.
Very nice. A stellar performance.
Thank you, Papa. So that's the first one. As you can see, you're wearing the costumes, but let us now go to the engine interview.
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Tell me about your qualifications.
Well, I have a degree in devious devices.
Wait a sec. Embryo, you left the mic on.
Ow.
Bad.
And now, this is where it gets nuts. But this one also happens to be one that I kind of get lucky on, and it's going to be kind of funny when it happens. You'll know it when it happens. So look at all these Nitro crates. Oh. I should be dead. I should be dead. We take those, I guess. Boop. Boop. And now for the best.
So, was that rocket in your head an experiment gone wrong, or...
What rocket?
Oh, never mind.
And Jin doesn't even know there's a rocket in his head. So, yep. Like I said, some of these get really hard. I should mention that when I was recording these, I'm recording these at like the dead of night. So I'm already tired from the day. So how to make myself more frustrated than, you know, play some Crash. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Boop. 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 All right, now for the fun part. Slide. And any second now. There we go. There we go. Now let's get the rest of the crates. And boop. Jump over these. I don't need to wait for them. And there you go. That's all the crates for the Engine interview, and also shows how Engine came to be Dr. Neocortex's one of his assistants. So, there we go.
Experiment complete.
As you can see, I changed back to Coco's regular outfit because it only feels natural to do these flashback tapes as that. So next up, the Nitro Bounce Crate test. This is what makes the Coco levels infinitely harder, is the Nitro Bounce Crates. It's a new type of crate that's actually not in the game. It's evil, but I can see it being in a later game.
Here we go again.
So what are these?
Careful. This crate has a secret surprise.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. They turn into Nitro crates. And guess what? You have to turn them into Nitro crates in order for the Nitro detonator to get them. It's the worst. These ones are tricky because they can be within 3 different states. They can be full when the arrow is fully green. They can be half, which the arrow is slightly down. Or worse, they could have 1 bounce. I hate it when they have 1 bounce. You're gonna notice that the Nitro bounce crates are going to be the bane of my existence. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, boing, 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 boing. Boing. Boing, 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 boing. 2, 3. And here's where it gets annoying.
Confound it all.
Confound it all indeed. Boing, boing, boing.
The subject's hair has impressive volume and shine. And that bounce. Embryo, I wish to try whatever pet shampoo our furry friend uses. My follicles are simply decaying.
Well, if you say so, Cortex.
Embryo.
And there we go. I can't do this super fast.
Experiment.
I gotta do it super slow. Because I am bad at this. Boing, boing, boing. I'm just glad that these aren't in the regular stages. Otherwise, I'd cry. Boop. Two, three. 1, 2, 1, 2. Boop, boop, boop. I got super lucky on that one. Okay. Boing. Boing. Boop. Right, and boop. Boop. Break. 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 Boop. Boing. 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 And this should take care of all these pesky nitro crates.
Experiment complete.
Yep. So, that was annoying. So now, on to the next one. Yay. And this one is Engines, Engines, and Bouncers.
I'll be running today's experiment.
For the last time, it's not a cat. It's a bandicoot.
Bandicoot? Doesn't look like a bandicoot.
Yeah. I don't blame you, Engine. I don't blame you. It doesn't really look like a bandicoot. Looks more like a cat. Okay, boing. Boing. This one is a difficult one because of the bouncer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Right, when in doubt, break them. Boop. Okay, there we go. Boop. There we go. These are always difficult with these bouncers, and Crash didn't have to deal with these. This is why Coco is tougher than Crash. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Now for the difficult part. Oh, silly, naive, young me. Okay, now this one shows the dialogue, which is why I'm a little bit ahead.
Yes, nice bowl of milk waiting for when subject completes the test.
Whoops. So, there we go. 2, 3. Boing. Boop. 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 The engine seems to think that I'm a cat. I don't blame him. Coco's new design does make her look more cat-like. Just give her cat ears. Butt smash. Okay, boing. 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 Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So many boxes. Boop, boop, boop. Now that set of Nitro detonators right there, that's what is the hard part about this level. Just all those Nitro detonators right there. Believe it or not, that took me forever to clear. So, there we go. All right, so let us move on to the next one, shall we? On to Mammal Manipulation. This one's kind of morbid.
I must say, the mechanics of mammals are most mysterious.
Okay. Oh. Boing, boing, boing. I did die. And that's why it took me 7 minutes to get to this part. Yeah, never play these levels when you're tired is what I can say the most for that. Because otherwise, death awaits. Boom. Boop. 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 All right. Boop. Boing.
I mean, why all that glove? Fossil fuels are much more efficient. You should replace yours, like I did.
That's concerning, engine. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Well, that's a shame. I got clipped by a box. Okay. Bada boop. Boing, 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 boing. Run across. Boop. Boing, boing, boing. I should be dead. And boop. Boop. Definitely the faster ones I did. So, that's 210. So, on to the next one, which I don't remember the name of, but I think I... Oh, this one. Oh, dear God, this one.
This is the last Bandicoot. If this doesn't work out, I'll have to change animals.
That's right, it's the switching one where he's debating which animal to use if Coco doesn't work out. I hate this one.
Next time, perhaps.
I hated this one because it gets difficult. Boop. Four, boop. Boop. All right. Ignore the graphical glitch there. I'd been recording for so long that it just sort of happened. Whoopsie. Oh, I think I kept this in because I get to a certain point where they say the thing.
That's a dead one.
Yeah. That's a dead Coco.
Let's see, we have crocodiles, dingoes. If only I didn't have to choose.
And thus the origin of Dingodile is born. Yep. That's why I kept that in. Because it gives the origin of Dingodile, because Cortex just could not choose. Alright, let's go and do this. Boop. Boing, boing. Boing. And now to get the last of the box. There we go. That's 331.
Good one.
Thank you. I tried. So, off to the next one, which is overall fitness exam. Time for some.
Brains in this one.
Time to find out where Coco's overalls come from. It's actually rather sad. Because once again, it continues with a joke that these have been doing.
Took a while to find Coco an appropriate outfit, but I must say I outdid myself.
Playing Engine's theme as well. Okay, up we go. So where did Coco's overalls come from? Well,
That's a dead one.
we'll find out after we get Revivotron. Okay, boop. Boop, 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 boing. Up we go. Even watching this post-commentary, this makes me nervous because it's like the amount of times it took me to do all these. And here it is, the big reveal in a second. Or not.
Embryo.
Luckily, though, this one didn't take me nearly as long, surprisingly. All right, and boop. Now to find out where Coco's overalls come from. Okay. Boing.
Look, my overalls? Mother made me those.
You know, you wonder why Embryo fell out with Cortex, and then you realize, yeah, Cortex is just a terrible boss to work for. This game just shits on Embryo so much. And I don't know why, but I find it hilarious. So yes, Coco's overalls belong to Embryo, and Crash's shorts belong to Cortex. Such an interesting family dynamic. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And there we go.
A resounding success.
Yep. So, on to the next one, which is Tech Check. I love this one too, just for the dialogue. I don't like the platforming though. And then after this, it gets to hell.
Coco appears to possess a fascination with technology. Not just a video game addiction.
I love that they've made that like canon. That Coco just really likes video games. Because, for those that didn't play Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, in the end credits when you get the 101% ending, where it talks about everyone, they changed Coco's to where she runs a streaming service and she plays video games on it. Meanwhile, we are playing probably one of my favorite tracks from Crash Bandicoot 2, the Cortex boss theme. Always good. I love the Cortex boss theme. Boop. Right, and boop. 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 So I see that box up there, and I realize, wait a minute. I missed that box. But luckily, I die, so it doesn't really matter. I think. There must be a nitro crate near it. That one box I missed. There must be a nitro crate next to it. Because I clearly missed that box. But I get all the boxes. Boop. Boop. Right. Boing, 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 boing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boing. Boing, 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 boing. Boop, 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 boopity boop, boopity boop, boopity boop. Okay. Ow. So close. I think I forgot to cut out this part. My bad. Well, mistakes have been made, and now we must sit in our bed and make it. But for the time being, boop, boing, boing, boing. I'm doing all this for my Generalissimo costumes, because heaven knows I really want that. Boing, 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 boing. Now the next trial definitely is one of the ones that takes me the longest to do. Because the next trial is a pain in the butt. Right. And really I'm just doing these because 106%. Even though this only, all of this together only will give you 2% completion. I am not joking. Doing all the flashback tapes and even getting all the flashback tapes only gets you 2% completion. And that is terrible. Like, I literally thought it would have gotten me more completion, but no. Just 2. Just a measly 2%. Yeah, there we go. Boing. Boing, boing, boing. I made it, and that's when I realized, wait, I missed a box. The pain of it all. So, we gotta restart the whole dang thing. All right, that's why I kept that in, because I realized that I missed the box.
Coco appears to possess a fascination with technology. Not just a video game addiction.
Hey, leave Coco alone. She wants to play her video games. The boing, boing, boing. That's right, that's why I left that in, because I wanted to show that I had missed a box, and I'm like, no! There we go. And that's the new box. Boop. 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 Boingy. Boingy. Boing. Boop. There we go.
Still, perhaps I could mentor her in the ways of mechanics and computing.
Well, you can't do much of that now. Coco's dead. All right. Boing, 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 boing. Luckily, since I have done the full thing, and now that I have all the boxes, I should be dead. 2. Like that. See?
I broke it.
Hadn't gotten that one from Engine yet. Yeah, definitely broken. Notice the dates for these two. This is going into 1997, which gets into a point that I wanted to say. It's implied that the female Bandicoot that Cortex was referring to wasn't Tana. Instead, it was actually Coco. Yeah. That's what I mean inside, I bring it up inside my review, like, oh, one thing gets retconned. And it's that Coco is actually the test subject that Cortex is referring to with Prepare the Female Bandicoot. Tana just happened to be there. I don't know why. And there we go. So, that's the tech check complete. Which means now on to the last two, which are the most difficult in the entirety of this of these. One takes me a good 2 hours. So, let us now move on to where we only have 2 flashback tapes left. Been a long episode, long 2 episodes to say the least, when it comes to that. So, let us head now to Resilience Evaluation and then the Gauntlet. Resilience Evaluation is a little annoying. This is one where it shows the dialogue that I was talking about, but it actually ends up getting cut off, and I was too annoyed to continue with it because, oh my goodness, I don't like Tiny Tiger's music too much. Okay. Boing.
Subject appears.
Hey, Master, Dr. Entropy is calling.
Tell him I'm in the shower again.
So yes, Dr. Entropy gets brought up. And it's funny because he's working on his time experiments and thinks that he's too good for animal experiments. So, let us move on. Boing. Boop. 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 All right, let us get this all done. Now, don't break those just yet. Okay. Look at how nuts this is. Boing, boing, boop. All right. Whoop. Now we can break all these. Boop. All right. And now. Oh. Boing, 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 boing. Oh. And now for the annoying part. This second part of the level is the worst.
Embryo.
All right. Now this one is where I show off.
Entropy. Oh.
Yep. So he thinks that animal experiments are lame and time travel. Yeah. This timing right there for that is super strict. So you gotta watch out for that. Boop. Boing, boing. Oh, I missed. All right. Boop. Almost fell. Boing. All right. Now let's finish up this level, shall we? Boing. Boing. And guess what? Resilience crate. Boing, boing. Down we go! Right, and boop. 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 And there you go.
You made that look easy.
No, I didn't. That actually took me well over an hour to do. It was the worst. And now for the absolute worst. The Gauntlet. So the Gauntlet has the... It's not difficult, but... Well, not as difficult as the resilience test, but it's still pretty difficult.
Strange. I don't remember this test chamber.
So notice the date, the 07/24/1997, a few months before the release of Crash Bandicoot 2. I believe that's actually the date that the PlayStation Underground demo was released for it. So that's interesting to say the least. Boing. Boing. That actually takes longer than you might think. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will admit, the first part of this level is not that hard when compared to the second part, specifically one jump.
This is the room with the super secret emergency escape hatch.
Why would you design that? Why would you design that in your castle, Cortex? Why would you design an escape hatch for your test subjects that they can access? I mean, it's convenient for me, but not for you. No, I think I had stepped away from my thing at the moment. Then again, this would have been when I recorded this one dead of night. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Okay, whoop. Whoop. There we go. Boing. Boop. All right. Now for the part where the level gets stupid, and I hate it. And one bit of dialogue does get cut out where Cortex says next time I should use a gecko or a hedgehog or a bobcat, referencing Bubsy, Sonic, and Gex the Gecko. Now we're getting to the part where the jump is what I hate. This right here with that Nitro bounce crate. That happens so many times. And that's why this took me 2 hours to do. Yeah. The first part of the level is easy. The second part with that specific jump is the whole reason why it has taken me so long to do this. It is the worst. Because there are crates right above you. You have to bounce off. You have to leave at least 3.
Next time, perhaps.
All right, so that failed. So, boop.
Next time, perhaps.
Here's where we're at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I just want to finish. Please let me leave. Let me leave. Let Coco leave. Right, boing. Boing. Boop. You gotta watch out for the angled corners on these because otherwise you'll end up burning yourself. See? Crates. Boop. Boop. 2. And then there's one more crate that's actually kind of difficult to get with the bounce. And it's this one right here. Because as we're going to see, it bounces up like that. So you just go around and do that. And there you go, folks. That is all the flashback levels. And we're done.
Well, there goes another one. We should really get that escape hatch sealed.
So, there it is, closing the experiment log. We are done with all the flashback tapes. All 21 levels complete. Only took me quite a few deaths and a total of 12 hours of footage. But it is finally Oz, the General Rule costume! I love it. It's my favorite costume in this game, besides the biker. It's so good. I love it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Neronium, Next time, we will be gathering gems, regular gems to be precise. So, see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out what helped revitalize the Crash Bandicoot series, check out the top link for a playthrough of the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. And if you want to see a fun racing game with Crash Bandicoot, check out the bottom link for a playthrough of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.